Have you ever caught the moment when your phrase, "I said stop it," sounds so loud that you get scared yourself? And then there is silence. And in this silence, the child looks at you not with understanding, but with that look in which fright, resentment, and a closed door are mixed. At that moment, something inside whispers, "It didn't work." But it's too late. The words came out like a shot. This story begins on an ordinary evening. You're tired. It's been a hard day. The child is acting up. Toys are scattered, and dinner is already getting cold. And now he can't hear you again. For the fifth time in a row, you feel your irritation rise, as a familiar thought appears in your head against the background of the booming tension. Well, why can't you just do what I ask? You take a deep breath, but you don't have time to exhale. The scream comes out automatically, loudly, sharply, too much, and everything seems to freeze. The child is twitching. It's like you didn't talk, but hit. He turns away, but his eyes betray everything. He stopped listening to you a long time ago, and now he has stopped listening at all. And at that very moment, something inside breaks. You sit on the edge of the sofa, run your hand over your face. Again, why did I snap again? Why is this happening? The answer comes later, when the emotions release a little. You notice that shouting did not speed up the process, did not help, did not give results. He just turned off the child. And here comes the first turning point. You suddenly notice that the child is not doing it out of spite. He's trying to figure out the world, himself, and his desires. And your shouting is not discipline. It's just a way to vent your own fatigue. It's not his problem, it's yours. The next day, you try a different way. Again the mess, again the request to remove the toys, and again the ignore. But now you're not pushing with your voice. You drop to eye level. You put your hand next to it, and calmly, briefly, almost in a whisper say, "I see that it's difficult for you to stop, but we need to do it together." And something strange is happening. The child is looking directly at you for the first time in a long time. Not scared, not defiantly, but consciously. You can feel him listening. Not because he's afraid, because you're finally speaking in a way that can be heard. But everything is not idealized. Later, when the stress returns, you snap again. This is the second turning point. You scream, and you immediately understand. It's an old, automatic, useless mechanism. You see how the child shudders. And for the first time, you stop right in the middle of a sentence. You exhale and speak softly. "I'm sorry. I didn't want to scream. Let's do it again." And surprisingly, the child seems to relax. Because children feel the truth. They feel sincerity. They feel your condition better than any adult. Gradually, an almost imperceptible but strong change begins to occur in your home. You still get tired. Everyday life doesn't disappear. Toys are still scattered, but a new bridge is forming between you. Not through fear, through a contact. When a child starts to raise his voice, you notice it and say calmly, let's say it without shouting, "I'm with you." He doesn't always calm down right away, but more and more often he chooses a different path because he sees how you do it. The evening comes, similar to the one from the beginning. You're asking me to put the toys away again. The child is busy with his own business again. There could be a new conflict, but you sit down next to her, draw her attention with a light gesture, and say, "Let's get together. Will you tell me when you're ready to start?" And suddenly, without looking up, he quietly answers, "Now, just a second," and begins to clean up. Not because you pushed, it's because you taught him to hear you by your example. Shouting does not teach. Screaming doesn't bring you any closer. Shouting doesn't explain what you want. He just breaks the connection. But calm communication is not a weakness. It's a power. It's a skill that needs to be learned. This is an adult's ability to be a support when a child is overwhelmed by emotions, rather than throwing another spark on the fire. After all, a child does not learn from words. He learns from the way you speak, how you react, how you calm down. And if one day, facing a difficult situation, he chooses not to shout, but your manner, this will be the quietest, but the loudest result of your upbringing. And that's when it becomes clear. Children don't hear us loud. They hear us with attitude. And the way we talk to them today becomes the way they will talk to themselves tomorrow.